The Customer Services app in Dynamics 365 has some particular features that make it very useful for managing cases with your clients and also addressing SLA concerns. So as with all apps, we start with the dashboard, giving you the ability to see how the progress is going against cases, team members managing cases, and also where cases are coming from. Going in and looking at the case lists themselves, you can once again look at just your active cases or the active cases across the whole team, depending on whether you're in a management role or just an individual who's managing their own day-to-day work. And as you can see, we have both the icons and also the descriptions of a number of different formats that we can receive cases in. So email, phone, web, and social media are all available. Coming from this view, we can do a number of interesting things. You can apply routing rules to the system, which will allow you to pass a particular type of case off to different teams or team members based on that particular case. And one of the more interesting functions is the ability to be able to book somebody who can follow up on that case. So as you can see, we've got quite a list here of team members that we're able to assign to that case. And we can also have some smarts in here for being able to quickly filter and choose who we're going to assign. But it comes down to the ability to be able to select a person and book them for that job. If we want to go in and have a look at the case itself, there is once again some very specific functionality around case management. And while we have the process-driven forms, the ability to be able to bring the relevant information to the top of the page as we go through the process, we are also able to do things like create child cases. So obviously, if a case comes in and there are multiple directions in your organization that it needs to go, you can split the case into child cases and send them off to the different members of the team, allowing you to be able to set it so that the case can't be closed until both of those cases have been completed. Some of the other interesting things in here is using the time management that is shown in each of the stages. You can address the SLAs. So you can set things like first response time and also complete turnaround time. And if you have any issues hitting those criteria, you can set a series of workflows in the system that will escalate the case so it can be passed off to managers or other members of the team as required. Also, as with anywhere in the system, if you've got this social wall, you'll see here is the original phone call we had that created this case. But one of the more useful parts is the ability to be able to identify knowledge-based records based on the description of the case and also the subject. And with that, the system will be able to list for you specific or a number of knowledge-based articles that may be relevant to your case. You're also able to link them to the case to say this is how I resolved it, so that helps identify what the right knowledge-based article is for each type of case. And you can also link and email to a client so that they will receive an email that will actually show them this information and give you the ability to see what information was passed off to them to resolve the case. As you attach an SLA to a client, that derives any entitlements they have or any SLA timeframes that we have to meet, meaning that if you're tracking the number of cases they have and you have a 5-case limit per year that somebody can receive uncharged, the system will be able to manage that for you. So as outlined, the customer service app is reasonably specific. It does help with case management and SLA support. As we go through to the portal part of the program, you'll be able to see how we can apply an external web page to the format that you've just seen there, so that clients can enter the cases themselves. Those knowledge-based articles can also be suggested while they're entering the case, meaning that they can service themselves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without having to engage your team, which can be very beneficial.